Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Do you have that holiday doll or decoration that means something special to you? Let's talk about it. Okay, what do you do for your holiday traditions?
We have lots of different traditions, but I brought two. One I just want to share real quick, and then I'll focus on the other one.
Okay.
But my mom bought us these, like one of our very first Christmas, and it was when Evans, Gatehouse now was Evans. But it is so fun. Just, it's a kind of an Advent Santa calendar, and then he goes down the chimney. And now that like all the kids are out of the house, I like brought it back out for the grandkids, but I didn't have it all put up. And I looked over there and Bo was putting it all together and setting it up. And I was like, some things just stick and are still magical no matter how old you are. And I feel like that's just one of those pieces for us.
That's fun.
Just been around. But one of my favorite kind of decorations, traditions is my mom years ago, we started the Polar Express party, and it's just kind of our Christmas party. And we started it with the Polar Express book and the train going around the tree, and then it's just kind of stuck. So every year she gave us a book and an ornament that went together. And so she gave us Polar Express, like one of the very first ones, and then she would always write just a really special little message to us in it. And then she would do an ornament that correlated with it. So we would get the bell,
Fun.
and then like the wooden shoes, and then she found some cute little shoes.
That's a
The
lot.
Christmas candle, and then the candle. So we have like 30 some odd years of this. And then the last year before she passed away, she had talked about doing the book, and then she was too sick to go out. So we went out and found like 3 or 4 books and found like a gob of ornaments and just took them to her bed. And she just looked through, and we read all the books, looked at all the ornaments, and then she chose All Is Well With My Soul.
Oh.
And then she chose this one because she said, I love the beach, and this reminds me of beach glass and the outdoors and Christmas. But it was so sweet. We didn't think that it should have the opportunity to write in it. And we all found our little books, and this one took her, it looks like she wrote it in 3 different pens. But what a treasure to have my Sweet Moments little signature. So I have now started it with my kids, and so now we have 2 or 3 books in the making. So such a treasure for us.
special.
Yep, really
That's
treasure.
awesome.
Do the ornaments go on your tree?
They do. There's been years where I put them in a big glass bowl, and then this year I let the grandkids come over and we put them all on the tree. So it's really
I
fun.
love that.
Yeah, it's
so
really
special.
neat. Yep.
That's fun.
Well, speaking of ornaments, so one of our traditions, we go to the Nutcracker every year. And I don't even think that I grabbed all of them because we were kind of rushed tonight, but we have been able to pick up one of the ornaments from the Nutcracker every single year that we have gone. And so we have Clara.
She's gorgeous.
And they sell them there, right?
They sell them there.
I saw the Nutcrackers, but I don't remember seeing these.
And then the Sugar Plum Fairy and the Snow Queen. But they have all of them, so you could literally collect and collect. And then one of the fun things that I've always wanted to purchase, but I never have, you can also buy some of the dancers' used point shoes.
We
that are
did that
signed.
when I took
Did
my
you do-
girls a few years ago. Yeah, and it was actually one of our neighbors was dancing in it, the Nelson girl.
Oh,
And it's such a treasure.
Yeah, because they really do. Like it's just have their shoes. Yeah, that's kind of
Have you bought any for Barrett? Okay, maybe this year.
Yeah, maybe this year.
Those
maybe
are
when
darling.
she earns her own point shoes, maybe it will be a little more special. But I think we actually have maybe 2 or 3 more of the ornaments, but I just grabbed these tonight to share. But
That's really special.
yeah, isn't that kind of fun?
Yeah, that's really fun.
Then you look at that and it connects you with the memory of going to the show.
Well, we have kind of a weird little menagerie, and that's why I was asking about your ornaments, because there's like one little cluster on the tree that's like kind of
Weird.
kind of random ornaments. You have all of yours that kind of match, and then there's this little cluster. So
That's how I felt some years. I'm like, no, it's got to look perfect. And now I'm just like, no, those are memories and neat things. So
you wonder if you should do like a mini tree or something.
I've done that as well. Yep.
Could be, but nativities. Love that.
Well, when I was 15, I started a trousseau. Remember back in the day when we had trousseaux?
Yes.
I do.
And my grandma made me a nativity set, and it not this one, but it's a big one, and it's just the white. The whole entire, like each piece. There's
Like the shiny ceramic?
Yes, 15 pieces. I got it when I was 15. And so I put it out every year. So that was my nativity. And then like in my early 20s, I remember going to a huge house in Mapleton. I don't remember why, but she had nativities all over her house. And I thought, oh, we can have more than one nativity. Like it never dawned on me. You have one, that's all you need. So it's not that I collect them, but I do have several nativities now through the house. And so this one was the easiest to bring. And I think it just reminds us what the true meaning of the season is. And this last year, I brought like a trio of trees and just made the whole tree like centered around Christ. So the ornaments are all around Christ and the Savior and pictures of him. And so it brings that feeling of, Christ during Christmas, because it's very easy to forget.
It is.
This part of it.
Well, I think we even talked about that a little bit last year, and I think that tradition, even from my mom's upbringing of being Catholic, they would go to midnight mass, and they wouldn't add the baby Jesus until that very, very last minute, until midnight. So sometimes when we put out our nativity, we don't add the baby Jesus until that very, very last minute.
Love that.
But that's the very last moment of like what Christmas is really about.
When he's actually born.
Well, these are fun.
So fun.
Really great.
Love this time of year.
Well, before we go, do you guys have any, so these are traditions like to have in your house. Is there any place you'd like to go or you're hoping to go this holiday season?
We are going to the Polar Express, so I'm excited about that. We've done our Christmas pictures with Santa.
Oh, yes, I saw
that was
those.
fun.
So fun. And we do ours every other year, so I'm a little sad with 2 new babies that we're not.
Right.
We are going to go do Luminaria over at Thanksgiving Point. I highly recommend that. We did that once.
I would love to do that.
Very fun.
So Barrett's a figure skater. So we did Polar Express last year, but one of the things that we have tried to kind of hit every year that we've been adding, I don't know why, but are the outdoor skating rinks. So this year we're trying to hit Evermore. So Evermore has the outdoor skating rink.
Okay.
So
You'll have to tell us all about that. I've never been.
So we've only gone during Halloween time.
Okay.
So
Let us
this
know
year
how it is.
We will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Coming up next, we'll talk about caring for those in need. Stay with us.